Hello and welcome, my dear friend. If you're here, it isn't random. Some scroll past, but you stayed. That alone is a sign. This message has your name on it. Let's get real first. Sometimes life gets loud and you start to feel, well, not so great. But even in those moments, you matter more to your surroundings than you realize. You may notice people fear approaching you or act strange when you approach them. That's because they see something holy in you, and it scares them. Not horror movie fear, but that quiet discomfort that comes when people can't explain what they're sensing. They're not used to someone who feels so real. It's rare. There's actually something simple happening under all that mystery. When someone carries calm confidence, it triggers people's self-awareness. Most of us aren't used to calm. We live in noise. So when someone walks in grounded and still, it exposes how restless we've become. That's why they fidget. That's why they talk too fast. It's not you, it's the mirror effect. You reflect them back to themselves, and that can be uncomfortable. You've probably seen this before. A friend goes quiet around you for no reason. Someone who was loud suddenly gets cautious. Even strangers act as if they need permission to speak. They can't exactly say what it is, but something about your energy feels unique. If this message already feels true to you, take a second to like or share it. Someone else may need to hear this too. I want you to know this. Avoiding you isn't good for people. Even when they feel uncomfortable, they still need to be around chosen ones like you, because your presence either brings them peace or shows them what still needs healing. That difficulty to reach you isn't about what you wear or how you look. It's the quiet consistency that follows you. You make eye contact without forcing it. You speak calmly even when the room is tense. You don't rush to fill silence, and even science backs this up. Studies show people trust those who pause before they respond more than those who answer instantly. It signals presence, not hesitation. That's what you do without trying. You make people feel like they're in a moment that matters, and that alone can make them nervous, because deep down everyone wants to feel seen, but not everyone is ready to be seen clearly. Sometimes your peace reminds them how chaotic they've become. Sometimes your kindness reminds them how sharp they've been. Sometimes your stability reminds them of every place they still feel fragile. And instead of saying, "Thank you for reminding me what's possible," they pull back, because self-awareness feels like exposure when you're not ready for it. But don't take it personally. You didn't do anything wrong. You just stopped blending in. The world rewards loud confidence, but what you carry is quieter, and it's more powerful. The calm you've earned through pain and growth carries a kind of gravity. People don't know where to place it, so they move slower around it. They adjust. And here's something interesting. In any room, people's bodies actually sync unconsciously to the most regulated nervous system. That means if you stay grounded, eventually others match your rhythm. That's why rooms feel calmer when you walk in, even when no one says a word. But at first, it feels strange to them. They don't know why they feel safe and exposed at the same time. So they glance, look away, overthink, and call it weird. What they're really saying is, I can feel something here that doesn't pretend. And you don't have to explain that. You just keep being that. Simple, present, steady. Because here's the truth. You've spent years building the kind of peace that can't be faked. It wasn't gifted overnight. It came through nights you didn't think you'd survive, choices that cost you comfort, moments when you wanted to react but stayed calm instead. That's what people are sensing. They're not intimidated by your looks. They're overwhelmed by your depth. You're walking evidence that stillness is strength, and that makes noise nervous. So when someone pauses mid-sentence or seems unsure how to act around you, let it be. And the most powerful thing you can do is not shrink to make them comfortable. Keep speaking softly. Keep walking slowly. Keep being the calm in a world that forgot what calm feels like. Eventually, the ones who are meant to meet you where you are will stop overthinking it and step closer. Because deep down, they don't fear you. They fear what your presence might awaken in them. and that's the point. You've probably realized by now, this calm you carry doesn't make life easier. It makes it clearer. And clarity, while beautiful, can also be heavy. Because once you see things as they really are, you can't unsee them. You notice what others ignore. You pick up on tone shifts, silences, the subtle ways people reveal themselves without saying a word. And that sensitivity, it's not weakness, it's spiritual intelligence wrapped in awareness. But it comes with its price. People project their unhealed parts onto you. You make them feel safe enough to surface. That's why sometimes you end up holding more emotions than you intended to. You walk away from a conversation feeling drained, even though you barely spoke. It's not because you're fragile. It's because your presence acts like a soft light in a dark room. When people step into that light, what's hidden inside them starts to show. Some handle it with gratitude. Others panic, thinking the light caused what it only revealed. Think about a lake at dawn. When the water is still, you can see straight through it. But when you throw a stone, the ripples distort everything, even though the water itself hasn't changed. That's how your peace works. Your stillness gives people a clear reflection of themselves. But when they're full of noise, that reflection unsettles them. So they throw emotional stones. They gossip. They overreact. They create ripples to feel less exposed. And you, being who you are, often take it personally. You wonder if you did something wrong, but you didn't. You just gave them the kind of clarity they weren't ready for. You're not responsible for the ripples. You're responsible for keeping your water clear. And you and I both know that's harder than it sounds, because there will be moments when your peace feels like isolation, when your honesty costs you company, when your boundaries are mistaken for arrogance. And in those moments, the temptation will be to dull yourself down, to be relatable. But hear me clearly, you don't need to become smaller to stay kind. You can be gentle without being available to everyone. You can be understanding without being used as an emotional landfill. You can be loving and still say, "Not this time." The calm you carry was not built to be shared with just anyone. It's a sacred space, not a public park. And that doesn't make you hard to love. It makes your love precise. You've learned that being peaceful doesn't mean being passive. It means knowing when to walk away without turning bitter. It means understanding that silence can be louder than arguments, and stillness can end storms faster than shouting. That's the quiet kind of authority people sense in you now. It's what makes even your smallest actions noticeable. It's why people pause when you speak. Not because you're trying to sound profound, but because you don't waste words. That restraint, that patience, that discipline, it's what separates where you are now from who you used to be. You're no longer trying to convince people that you're good. You're too focused on being good. And as you grow into that truth, something interesting begins to happen. The very people who once looked at you with confusion or jealousy will start to circle back. Some will come quietly, just to be near your peace again. They'll say, "I don't know why, but being around you feels different." They won't use spiritual words for it. They'll just describe it as comfort or safety or a good vibe. But you'll know what it is. It's resonance. They're responding to the same calm they once ran from. That's how transformation looks from the outside. People mistake it for distance until they realize it was depth. And that's also why God never let you lose your stillness, even in chaos. He wasn't teaching you to escape the noise. He was teaching you to not become it. Every trial, every misunderstanding, every lonely night was shaping this composure. He was training you not to react, but to respond, not to chase, but to attract, not to prove, but to embody. You are living proof that peace isn't found, it's formed. And the ones who sense it now, even if they can't name it, are witnessing the results of a long, quiet apprenticeship under God's hand. So don't despise the awkward glances, the hesitation, or the distance people show. They're just adjusting to the frequency you live on now. Your job is to hold the line, to stay regulated when others spiral, to keep your tone soft even when the room gets tense. to keep your faith unshaken even when plans fall apart. Because in a world that's constantly reacting, your ability to stay still is your loudest message. And here's the reward most people don't talk about. Your peace starts to magnetize peace. New friendships will feel easy. Conversations won't feel like negotiations. Love will start feeling mutual instead of heavy. You'll notice people who get it. The ones who breathe with you instead of compete with you. They won't be intimidated by your calm, they'll feel invited by it. And that's how you'll know these are your people. The ones who don't need performance to recognize presence.